Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today, I'm going to explain the movie called The Signal. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. Three MIT students Jonah, Nick, and Haley are on their way to California to relocate Haley, a decision that puts Nick's relationship with Haley under strain. Nick walks with crutches on his forearms, and the possibility of muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, or another degenerative disease is hinted at but never stated. Nick explains that he does not want his disability to hold her back, and Haley believes Nick is separating himself from her. Nick and Jonah discover that a hacker named Nomad, who nearly had them expelled for stealing into MIT systems, has discovered their position and is tormenting them with bizarre and foreboding emails while they are staying in a hotel. Nomad is tracked to an abandoned house in the middle of Nevada, and the team decides to pursue him. Nick and Jonah hear Haley scream and rush outdoors, only to see her being pulled into the sky before disappearing into a white light. Nick wakes up in a strange and sterile underground research facility with the number 2.3.5.41 tattooed on his arm, where he is questioned by Dr. Wallace Damon, the head of the transition group in charge of helping Nick cope with his peculiar situation. Damon explains to Nick that what they saw near the house was an EEB, or extraterrestrial biological entity. Nick still can't believe what he's hearing. Dr. Damon then shows him footage from Nick's own video camera, pausing to show him an extraterrestrial visage peeping out from behind a tree. Nick is led to his room, where he hears Jonah declare his body feels funny via a little vent in the wall. Nick also realizes that his legs have gone completely numb, despite the fact that they were previously weak but functional. Nick tries to elicit information concerning Haley's condition, who is in a coma at the moment when Dr. Damon interviews him again, but he is unsuccessful. A security alert goes off after an unusual experiment on a cow in another part of the building, and Nick and other workers discover enormous dents, with scorched traces running across the walls, but no evidence of Jonah. Nick inquires about Jonah, but Damon informs him that he was never found in the house. Nick, who is becoming increasingly irritated, tries to free Haley but is stopped. He is astonished to realize that his legs have been severed and replaced with alien-made prosthesis after being restrained. Nick then utilizes these superhuman limbs to free Haley and himself from the institution, only to find themselves in the middle of a large desert. Nick and Haley kidnap an 18-wheeler truck after getting a ride with a sweet but strangely troubled old lady to try to find a way around the apparently unending gorge that surrounds the facility and surrounding area. They run across Jonah, who is dressed as a facility worker in a white hazmat suit, at a visitor's center. Jonah discloses that he, too, has had limbs removed, with his forearms and hands replaced with alien technology similar to Nick's legs. Jonah hypothesizes that they're in Area 51 since they both have the same tattooed number, which adds up to 51, and that this is all part of a test. The group drives up to a military roadblock after Nick uncovers signs of extraterrestrial technology implanted in Haley's spine as well. Jonah then attempts to hack into their computer system, only to be halted by a barrage of gunfire from facility guards, which damages his spectacles and makes it impossible for him to view the computer properly. Nick and Jonah embrace as Jonah, who is mortally wounded, prepares for his final stand, which will allow Nick and Haley to flee. Jonah subdues the soldiers with his remaining power and prosthetic alien arms. Nick and Haley's escape, however, is cut short when they come across Damon and his military men, who blow off the truck's tires as they approach the sole bridge that would transport them across the canyon to the outside world. Haley is evacuated by aircraft beyond the canyon, and Damon informs Nick, "You can't reach her," knowing Nick has mastered the use of his legs. Nick realizes Damon is Nomad after hearing a loud horn coming from the sky, Damon spelled backwards. Nick's bionic legs enable him to sprint at supersonic speed across the bridge, where he hits an invisible barrier and breaks through, explaining that it was Nick who came looking for him, that this was his fault, and that Nick is the perfect integration of human will and alien technology. Our finest achievement. Nick finds himself inside what appears to be a new, larger institution on the outside. Looking in through the hole towards the bridge, Nick sees Damon walk up and remove his helmet, revealing that he is actually a robotic alien with only a human-like face. Nick turns back around and through the glass sees stars in outer space, realizing he is not in a government facility, but on an enormous alien spacecraft numbered 2.3.5.41. A last zoom-out image shows the entire spacecraft, complete with a parabolic sun shield and a big alien city with skyscrapers pointing away from the alien sun. Another city ship, similar to this one, may be seen in the distance.